What's up, everyone? Darkscream217 here, and I hope everyone's surviving in this bizarre-ass winter season so far. But anyways, it's time for another discussion topic video. I'm not gonna lie, this one isn't as creative as the previous one because it's kind of rehashing stuff I talked about before. But don't worry, I already have an idea that I can use next week. But I've read the comments from last week's video, and I'm gonna reply to them on this video here before I actually start with the discussion topic. Duke Nukem 3DO. I kind of felt the same way about Cencoroll at first. There's even a video expressing that one. However, there was another set of videos expressing that. I kind of have a change of heart. I'm on and off again on it on Netflix right now, but I do have plans to, finish it. Splooge 321. I never heard of Masahiro Symphony until you brought it up. Seems to be based off of a visual novel. If I do have the time and if I care enough, I will look into it. Now, Matt Smith, seen advertisements of Mysterious Girlfriend X all over the place, and I believe I read a description of him on my old catalog look-throughs. Seems to be an eye patch pattern going on with that, another, and Chunibu. I forgot the name of the title, but if it really is that good as you say it is, then I'll even look into that one as well. Yasha, I've seen Mare, I think that's how they pronounced it, or at least on Toonami they did. Really didn't care for. I did see the first episode. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. Aptendo. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed Green, and I will even agree the character with the glasses is actually not that bad of a character, and she gets overhated by the Idiot 3 cast members. So yeah. See, I'm not gonna be vicious on people who actually do like the show. Will boggle my mind a little, but I don't really care all that much. And 8King14, also known as my buddy Winter321. Thank you for showing me Samurai Flamenco. Still 3 episodes in. I do have plans on continue watching it, and yeah, for those who don't know what it is, it's like Kick-Ass with Kamen Rider Tokusatsu shows / Super Sentai shows, except not as grim, gritty, and dark. But it's pretty fun watch if you're a Toku fan like myself. Well, so far it is. I mean, like I said, 3 episodes in, my opinion can change, and he even said in this comment that it kind of jumps the shark at one point. Try Chrono. I have seen the first 2 episodes of Friesen only because Windsor told me a little bit about it himself, and he said it was actually more violent than he expected it to be, so out of that curiosity I checked it out. And while I didn't hate everything else about the show, I really wasn't enticed to continue watching it. Will I ever continue watching the show down the road? That's a big maybe. And Chibi Gisi or Chibi GC, glad you enjoyed A-Channel. I was kind of already burnt out of the slice of life genre when the time it came on, the time when it aired. And I did see the first episode, and nothing really interests me about the series. But that's just my opinion. Also, 3 more comments, because the way YouTube's comment system works on the main page of the video, they seem to hide out some of the ones that are, they just hide out a few comments for whatever reasons. But Hero of Tomorrow, High School DxD, or D-Crossy, however you want to say it. I thought it was going to be a heavily ignored show, even with the fan service, but it turns out there's been a lot of attention for that show, and I might check it out myself. I don't know whether or not I'll like it, but I'm now curious. Bustword. I've heard about Monster a lot, and all the things I've heard about, were positive things. So hearing people thinking it was boring, that's news to me. And Aptendo again. I'm glad you enjoyed K-On! My opinion still kind of stands the same. I just ultimately didn't enjoy it. Multifire and I still have, well, we don't still have arguments, but we used to have debates and discussions over which of the Kyoto Animation slice of life shows was better. I was actually on the Lucky Star side, and he's on the K-On! Side. And finally, Jim George Baker, I haven't forgot about you. Regarding Golgo 13, I have a friend who's seen it. He loved the hell out of it. I've heard about Golgo 13 because it's actually referenced in Excel Saga regarding the Poochu creatures. The cute little aliens that every time they get critically injured, they actually turn into Golgo 13's face. And it's a hilarious transition. I always laugh my ass off when I see it. And School Rumble. I actually really like School Rumble from the start. But again, my own laziness and ineptitude, I have yet to finish fucking watching it. And I also want to check out the next season OVAs. Now we can move on to the next discussion topic, which is, you already know the title of. And I said, which anime do you think needs more love? And it can mean one or two things. One, it's a show that got hated upon way too much. You've seen it. You don't even understand why it's hated so much. You actually like it, and you want to explain why you think it's a good show. Or two, it's an anime that just it's obscure, doesn't get a whole lot of recognition, nobody talks about much, you can't really discuss it with people because they don't know nothing about it, barely any communities regarding it, etc., etc. So it's another definition of underrated, hence why I thought this topic, I came up with it at first, I thought it would be a good idea, but then I realized I talk about this shit all the time. I mean, look at the image I compiled up here. Most of these shows I have talked about, and hell, I even reviewed one of them. Because that's basically what my channel is mostly doing. I'm reviewing some pretty, stuff that time forgot, or stuff that doesn't get a whole lot of attention at all. Riding Bean, I've talked about extensively, have a review of it. I still fucking love that OVA. Oh my god, it is amazing. Gunsmith Cats, its successor. I found a copy of it finally. Ooh, love the manga more because, it was a little more explicit and ballsy. But the anime did get me into the franchise. And to be fair, the storyline in the anime isn't really adapted from anything from the manga, so you can basically watch this and try to see if you can fit it into the canon of the manga as well. And there was Genshiken. Again, I could talk endlessly about this series, but there are some other shows that I have seen, but I haven't really completed finishing, so therefore I don't know if I can really recommend it because quality can take a nosedive dip whenever the show progresses. So stuff like Space Pirate Mita, World of Norway, and Ai Yoriaushi, I really actually do need to finish up watching to see whether or not these are worth a recommendation for a full watch. I can at least say this much about Ai Yoriaushi. Even though I've seen about, I want to say 10 episodes or so, I haven't seen the whole series nor the second season, and I've even read a little bit of the manga, one of the big compilation packs. I will tell you this much about Ai Yoriaushi. It is the antidote to Love Hina. For those who know me very well and know the stuff I've talked about before, that should give you a real good idea of how I think about that series so far. But there is one show I do want to talk about. It needs more, well, I guess you could say it's too late to give it more love. But it's a show I still would recommend despite its abrupt finish. Dragon Half. It was an anime that was licensed by ADV Films a while back. Used in old ADV cast dub. Brett Weaver, Jessica Calvello, etc., etc. It was planned to be 4 episodes, but it got canceled after 2 episodes, and I'm baffled as to why. This OVA was really amazing. It was funny as hell. It was Excel Saga meets Slayers, and I love both of those 2 separate shows. Man, a lot of stuff I like either I can't finish or the shows themselves can't finish. Which is probably why I never do finish watching the shows I watch. Maybe that's it. But I really love this, and I would still recommend if you could find a used copy of it somewhere at the FYE for like $5 to $10. I still say it's worth the money. Pick it up. The essential anime version that I have comes with a commentary track by Lucy Christian, Brett Weaver, and I believe Matt Greenfield on the second episode, and that's a pretty fun listen to. Like I said, I really enjoyed this. I laughed my ass off, and I heard there was a manga of this originally, which did have a fitting conclusion, but like most manga that are actually a little better than the anime, it never got licensed over here. So that also bums me the hell out. And lastly, another one I want to talk briefly on is a one-shot 30-minute movie called Cencoroll. This one only got a subtitle release, has been shown in some film festivals, but not many people talked about it, and there is one person, an anime reviewer I just, recently stumbled upon that I really, really like, talked about this in his little anime review series. I'm just gonna post a link in the description if you guys haven't seen his videos already. He's a really fun dude. I don't really like a whole lot of anime reviewers out there, but this guy keeps me entertained. And yeah, I agree with him. Cencoroll is really freaking good, and I don't want to talk any more about it because since it's only 30 minutes long, little of details can completely spoil this thing. And I heard there's a sequel that's in the works, and crossing my fingers, I hope it does come out this year. So, you guys can have the floor. As usual, comments, or you can send me a video and I'll even promote it in a response. What shows do you think need more love and attention? Because what really bugs me about most most members of online anime communities is that they will always complain that a show that they like don't get as much attention as it deserves, and get pissed off at a show that's really popular but they just happen to dislike, and they do nothing to act on this. They just get pissed off, but they never really explain. They never really. It's the internet. You have a voice now. Granted, it's been used a little wrong a few times, but you can actually, talk about a show that no one else could know about, and explain why in a very nice, detailed response. But for some reason, people just don't do that, and they spend forever, bitching and whining instead. So, yeah, that's why I kind of avoid mingling with most online anime communities in the first place. But now you guys have the opportunity. What shows you think that don't get much attention? Hell, impress me. Tell me about an anime I never heard of before. And it is possible. There are about millions of different shows out there. Even I, who, out of most of my friends, I rank third place in my group of friends. I kind of rank third place in, stuff I know most about anime. Inotech and Dead Crash probably beat me both, or succeed me. But yeah, not even I know everything. Now, before I close off in this video, I got a questionable update. I don't know if you guys would be interested or not, and I'm really concerned about this update myself because last week I announced I canceled the Agent Aika review, which a lot of people voted for, mostly because I got tired of watching, edgy, really fan service heavy shows, and I didn't think you guys would enjoy it because you probably think I would bash on it, and while it has its really unnecessarily animated moments, I didn't think Agent Aika was as bad as most people would paint it out to be. Could you remove some of the fan service? Yeah, you could, and it probably would have at least made it more tolerable for some viewers. But there is an anime that I could do a negative review on that's also a fan service heavy show. I heard little praise about this series, and it doesn't sound like a show I would enjoy, even though it has some of the elements of Ikitosen. No, I heard this is a show that, it wishes it could be like Ikitosen Sekirei. The anime is called Master of Martial Arts. Would you guys be interested in seeing me do a review of it? And if you can't tell by the tone of my voice, I'm not looking forward to it. But it should give you guys a rather entertaining negative review because let's be honest, most of you guys do like to see that. Although I try to, praise some more, I try to put more positivity on my channel. But I could talk about this anime for hours on end if you would like. I could compare on why a show like that fails, whereas Ikitosen, Sekirei, and even a little bit of Queen's Blade can succeed on. It's just a simple vote yes or no. Don't worry, my Mystery MMO review is in the works. I just have to watch it 3 more times. Very short movie, so that's really easy to do. So after my Mystery MMO review, if you guys, vote yes on it, I would totally do it. If you guys don't want to see me review it, I may just find something else for me to review on. Like I said, a whole bunch of unfinished anime I've watched. Maybe I could review something I've talked about in this video that I have yet to finish. Like School Rumble, or World of Norway, or Space Pirate Mito. But that's really up to you guys. I know you, so, there you go. Post what you think what anime needs more attention or gets hate too much that you actually think it's good. Explain why. Of course, that always helps. And like I said, simple yes or no on the anime reviewing thing. And if you say no, you are free to recommend an alternative. Alright, that's all I got to say. Dark Scream 217 signing out.